Today on the channel, I'm going to show you how to remove these pesky wheel hub bearing assemblies on a second gen Dodge Ram 1500. Today I want to show you guys on how to take the wheel bearing and the hub assembly off the second gen Ram 1500. As if you guys follow the channel, this is the mud truck to show truck project vehicle that we're working on, and we are putting new dust shields on the front axles or for the front brakes because there is a mod that I'm doing and I need to install the front dust shields. I really don't too, but I feel that this is the easiest way to complete that mod and to have it looking nice and clean. But I want to show you guys on how to take this off, and I already got some of the bolts off, so I will just explain to you guys what I did to get it off, and just follow these steps and it'll be easy for you. So there are 3 bolts that actually hold this hub assembly on, and they're located in the back. But the first thing I did was I took off the castle nut here, and that I used a 43mm axle nut socket. And actually the size that you use is that the research I've been doing was 1 11/16, but convert that over to the metric system because I had a hard time finding that socket. It came out to the 43mm socket, and the 43mm socket only comes in 3/4 inch drive. So what I did was got an adapter, an impact adapter that goes from 3/4 to 1/2 inch, and then I just wrenched it off with my Milwaukee impact gun. So I didn't have to really bust a sweat actually doing that. I just let the old Milwaukee do all the work on that. And then on the back side of this is 3 bolts that hold the hub assembly to the steering knuckle. And these bolts are right here, and these are actually a 14mm 12 point. I used a 12 point socket on these, and I did not use the impact gun on these because I wasn't sure on how hard they were in there or how long they've been in there tough. It looks like that this hub assembly has been on there a while, but this one is giving me problems. However, I did do the other one, and the other one was not like this. But these bolts are actually located right here is one of them. Then up here is another, and then on the other side, right down in here, is another one. So after I took the castle nut off, took the caliper, the rotor all off, I hung my rotor off to the side here, and then I backed out the bolts for the back of the hub. And a little trick that I did because it's hard to get back there. So what I did was took the steering knuckle and I turned it. So I turned it to the right, the steering wheel, which turned the knuckle this way, and then I was able to access the top bolt and the bottom one on this side, and I was able to back them off, and I used a breaker bar with a 14mm 12 point socket, and then I just turned the knuckle the other way and got the other one loose. So I got all the bolts off now, but this hub is actually giving me some problems. I really don't want to heat it up, and I'm not going to use this hub because I ended up getting a new one because I figure one of the two is going to give me problems coming off, and this one is definitely giving me the problem coming off here. So I'm going to put you guys on the stand. I'm going to have to do some persuading here and get this hub assembly off, and then we're going to put the new hub assembly on. On the other side, I was able to get it done with this dead blow hammer, this rubber one from Harbor Freight. I picked this up there, and I was able to tap the other one off with this one with no problem. But now I'm going to can't get it off with this one, so now I'm going to have to do a little persuading with the big guy here. And it looks like I am messing up this bearing, so it's a good thing I picked up another one, because this one is not coming out. Try something different here. Try a little bit of PB Blaster in there, and we are just going to let that soak up and around there. And we're going to come back here in a few minutes and try and get this off. Well guys, as you've seen, I started pounding on it, and that did not work. What happened here was that the bearing ended up splitting into two. And you can see, however, we did manage to move it just a little bit. But we might have to add some heat to this. I'm not sure. I did make a phone call. So I got somebody coming over here that, if you guys follow the channel, you would have seen him in a previous video. So I'm just waiting for him to show up and see what we could do to finish getting this off. Well guys, I told you we were going to have a guest appearance, and look who it is. It's the Repo Man. Like I said, if you guys follow the channel, you'll know that this guy actually was the one that came and repoed the second gen show truck. Remember that one?
Yeah.
So we got the Repo Man back over here to take care of this small problem we got here. So we're going to let him go to work and see what happens. Holy jeez. It's actually coming out, guys. I did that all night last night.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you soaked it overnight, so.
Right. However, we did soak this overnight in PB Blaster, and actually you were actually hitting it this way, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now what we'll do
is clean all that up. Oh.
Take that out.
Look at that. Look. Upright?
Could be. Usually.
The new bearing is in now, so let's take a look at that. And we are all set up, good to go now with the next mod. And like I said, we had to install the dust shields because there was no dust shields on this. And if you're wondering what this slot is for, this dust shield is from Dorman, and they actually, this is for your ABS sensor. If you have hubs with an ABS sensor, and your wiring will go through this way and then out and up to your through your caliper and follow your brake line. But as you've seen, the repo man, what he did was took this and he chiseled it away from it this way. He was actually using the chisel and he was hammering it away from the knuckle here. And we did soak it with PB Blaster, which actually helped. And we soaked that overnight. I thought we would have had to put some heat to it, but then soaking it overnight with the PB Blaster and then having the repo man come up, he came over, gave me a hand, so I like to thank the repo man for doing that for me and showing me that little trip, or that little trick on how to get the busted knuckle out, or the busted wheel bearing out. So I hope this video helped you guys out and shows you some of the problems that you guys may arise or may happen to you when you're doing your wheel bearing. Just take your time, soak it up, and putting it all back together was just the opposite of the way we took it off. And we did grease it a little bit. As you see, we used the wire wheel inside the steering knuckle just to clean it up a little bit, and we did apply a little grease in there so that way we won't get it stuck again. We were going to use anti-seize, but I didn't have any anti-seize here at the shop at the time, but I'll be sure to go out and get some of that. Well, if you're new to the channel, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you guys can stay posted when we do videos like this. Well, till next time, I'm Joe. Driving trucks and hunting bucks is how I roll with Wicked Fabz.